Stand for the pledge, please. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Welcome, everyone. This is Monday, February 21st. If you have any questions, concerns, anything on your mind, come up to the microphone, give us your name and address, and tell us what's on your mind. Can I have the roll call, please?
Peter.
Here.
Kinsfater.
Here.
Laporte.
Here.
Paul.
Here.
Volt.
Here.
Councilmember Kleeman and Kufa are absent today.
Motion to excuse member Kleeman and Kufa.
Support.
Questions? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Number 4, council minutes of February 7th, 2022, regular and closed meeting recommendation approved.
So moved.
Or any questions? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? We have nothing under number 5. We'll go to 6. Reports of administration. Mr. Rolte is out of the country tonight. Mr. Downey, you have anything? Maribel, you have anything for Mr. Downey?
Nothing this evening, Your Honor.
All right. City departments? Matt?
Yes, Your Honor. Just a quick mention, at the last council meeting, I did state that there will be an election in May. The other 2 election dates are August and November. And believe it or not, we're already talking about candidate packets for the local election of mayor and council members. So the deadline to return your affidavit and all the paperwork required is April 19th, 4 p.m. by April 19th. Those packets will be available in the clerk's office the week of March 1st, but at any time you can go online to the Secretary of State website to look up anything or download any paperwork. So I just wanted to mention those 2 dates, and that is all I have for this evening.
Letter D is the authorities, the boards, commissions, committees, council reps, anybody? We have no unfinished business. Let's go to number 8, new business. Approved proposal for North Riverside Sanitary Sewer Relocation. I think you want to weigh in on that?
Yes, Your Honor. Before council tonight is a proposal to award a bid for sanitary sewer relocation along the St. Clair River east of North Riverside Avenue. The only issue I would raise if council is inclined to award the bid tonight is that I would recommend that the award be made conditional upon the city's securing the necessary easements to complete the work. At this point, I think there may be as many as 3 outstanding easements. The city's working to secure those, and it may even be fewer than that. But if council were to approve the recommendation, I would recommend further that the bid award be made conditionally upon the city securing the needed easements.
So we would just add that verbiage to the motion?
Yes.
Then the low bidder is Murray Underground?
Yes.
I'd make that motion.
All right, the motion made to award the bid of $189,294.90 to Murray Underground with the condition that the easements be obtained. Any questions?
Just one question on one of the companies that bid. It said that it was rejected incorrect. What was Ryan?
Good evening, everyone. Yeah, there was one bid that was received. They did not, well, they acknowledged the addendum that was received, but they used the incorrect bid form. So there was a change to the bid form as part of the addendum that was issued. There was one correction made to that added a pay item, and they did not complete the correct bid form, which then we then rejected that bid.
Okay.
Anything else?
Ryan, one question just for my own knowledge. When it says that we're abandoning sewer, does that mean we're removing it, or are we leaving it in the ground and just moving on?
It'll be left in place and filled with grout, basically, flowable fill that we call it, or grout.
Okay, thank you.
Anything else? All right, call the roll, please.
Laporte.
Yes.
Paul.
Yes.
Volt.
Yes.
Kinsfater.
Yes.
Cedar.
Yes.
Carried, Your Honor.
Thank you. Thank you, Ryan. The approved option agreement with the St. Clair County Land Bank. Is that you again, Jim?
Yes. Your Honor, before you and members of council is a proposed option agreement that's been negotiated with the St. Clair County Land Bank for the sale of the remaining acreage in the industrial park, which is adjacent to the recently opened Magna plant. And the city was approached by the land bank in order to pursue some potential opportunities to sell the land. One of the issues that was discussed in the counties bringing this to our attention was that Magna, who is currently the largest occupant, the sole occupant of that space right now, received the land for free, and that there was an expectation that a subsequent purchaser might expect the same treatment that Magna got. And in this agreement, the St. Clair County Land Bank will actually be paying fair market value for the property there. Additionally, in tasking the county land bank with the marketing and sale of the property, the city will be able to avail itself of tools that the county has, such as the road commission and securing easements, Mr. Casey with the Economic Development Alliance. And so I think that a lot of the logistics that would occur behind the scenes will be carried forward by the county, and if the city were to endorse this option agreement. And finally, there's one bit of negotiation that we had, and that is there's a provision that was added to the original proposed agreement. We call it a reversion clause, which essentially states that if the county is unable to secure a buyer within either an agreed time or at the end of a 12-month period, that the land is going to come back to the city. In other words, this is not a irrevocable grant of the property to the St. Clair County Land Bank. If there's not a deal in place to the city's satisfaction within a specified period of time, the land is going to come back to the city. And it also, I think, protects the county in the sense that the purchase price would be thereafter returned to the land bank in exchange for the return of the property to the city.
So that's paragraph 7 in a nutshell.
That's paragraph 7 in a nutshell, Your Honor.
Paragraph 8 is dealing with taxes. It's tax exempt until what point?
Once it's acquired by a private actor,
Okay.
at that point it would go on the tax roll.
All right, unless there's any other questions. I'm
Yeah, I have a
asking for
question.
motion.
Can you walk me through the purchase price process? So we negotiate, and then if we can't come to an agreement, then an appraiser will determine the purchase price for the city?
That's correct, Member Vols. That's another, I would term it a modest revision to the agreement. Originally, I think there was a 6-month process in place to determine what fair market value was. It's been shaved down to 45 days. And I think, again, pending approval by the, City Council and by the County Board of Commissioners, both sides will set to trying to arrive at that number
Sure.
Amicably. But yeah, absent that, there will be an appraiser, and he or she would.
And then that's a binding number for the purchase
It
price?
is.
Okay.
I'll make a motion to approve the option
Support?
with the land,
Oh, sorry. Butch, go ahead.
with the land bank.
All right, the motion has been made and supported to enter into an option agreement with the St. Clair County Land Bank. Is there any questions, comments, concerns? Call the roll, please.
Laporte,
Yes.
Hall,
Yes.
Bolts,
Yes.
Kinsfater.
Yes.
Peter.
Yes.
Carried, Your
All
Honor.
right, thank you. Letter C is the purchase of the community Christmas tree, Trees.
Thank you. As you may know, in December, we had some inclement weather. It was actually December 11th. And our community Christmas tree located down at Palmer Park was damaged from the high winds. Our DPW was able to piecemeal and put the tree back up so that we had it for the holiday season. But we did a full assessment of the damage when we took the entire tree down, and it was determined that the frame was damaged beyond repair, and we did not think it was safe for public use. So an insurance claim was submitted, and the city received a payment for the replacement of the tree, And we got a cost estimate from Bronner's for a 30-foot tree to replace the existing one that we had. And there's about a $4,000 difference between the insurance claim and the purchase of the new tree. So we would just need your consideration to go ahead and replace the tree.
The $4,000 is coming from where?
I talked with Warren before he left. He said it would probably come out of the general fund park maintenance.
And then it says we can possibly save $350 to $1,500. How do we get to $1,500?
Well, they said if we place the order, if we place the order before March 1st, there's a savings there. And then they might be able to combine it with another order, and we would save on shipping and handling, but they couldn't give us an exact amount. So there might be another additional savings there.
And then is the new tree pretty much the same as what we had before?
Yes.
And then are we going to anchor it a different way so we don't have to worry about this wind?
Actually, we just received a grant from the St. Clair Community Foundation, which included putting a pad down at the park so that we could anchor it, the base to the pad.
That'd be
so it'd
great.
be more secure. Although that tree, I think we've had it almost 25, 30 years. We've never had anything like that happen to it before.
Mm-hmm.
But
Had to catch on fire once.
oh, that's right. Yes, our city superintendent put the fire.
Yeah,
out. Yeah.
at the time, yeah.
I will say the day that it happened, when I was down at the park, I think we had 3 council members show up, so that was nice. They were showing their support. Mr. Volz and Councilmember Kleeman, and even the mayor and I moved some sandbags around to try to secure it in place. So it's nice that they were available.
All new LED lighting on the new tree?
Yes.
I'll make a motion to approve. Support.
All right, motion made, support. Questions? All right, call the roll, please.
Paul?
Yes.
Volz?
Yes.
Hensfater?
Yes.
Laporte?
Yes.
Cedar?
Yes.
Carried, Your Honor.
All right, thank you. Thank you, Teresa.
Thank you.
All right, we'll go to D, contract American Fireworks. So I'm thinking that's you? Or?
Mike
that
and
Mike?
I.
Yes, Your Honor, I'll be short and sweet. We've dealt with American Fireworks for about the last 20 years, and it's time for renewal. It's usually a 4-year contract. We need to renew it, and we're asking that we increase the amount of the contract. We hope to raise a good bang,
Oh,
a real big bang.
No pun.
clever.
No pun
Getting
intended.
clever down there. Okay. All right, how's the fundraising going?
We're just starting. We have some corporate sponsors that we rely heavily on. We look for the Community Foundation, a few other people, so I think we'll be fine with the funding. And the city raised their ante a little bit. Not enough, but a little bit.
I'll make a motion to approve the contract with American Fireworks.
Support.
All right, any questions? Call the roll, please.
Volz?
Yes.
Hensfater?
Yes.
Laporte?
Yes.
Paul?
Yes.
Cedar?
Yes,
Carried, Your Honor.
thank you. We'll go to E. Approve boards and commissions 2022 appointment. I have one for you for Jason Stoles for reappointment to the Board of Review, term expiring December 31st, 2022.
Motion to approve.
Support.
Any questions? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Number 9 is claims of the council for February 10th and February 17th, 2022.
Hearing no questions, Your Honor, make a motion to approve as presented.
Support.
Any questions? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? All right, number 10 is public comment. Any non-agenda items that anyone want to talk about? All right, let's go to number 11. I do have one, I call it an announcement if you want. Warren asked me to read this. This is a timeline of the water tower repairs. In July, Eagle, which is the new DNR, yeah, DQ, sorry, came to the water plant to perform an inspection. At the time, Eagle was unable to observe conditions inside the water tower to confirm whether or not certain meshing screen and watertight seals were installed at openings and hatches on the tank. During the inspection, Eagle talked to the city about other desirable improvements and modifications to the water tower. Before proceeding with repairs, the city issued an RFP for tank inspection services. Purpose of this survey was to confirm conditions and concerns raised by Eagle, as well as identify other improvements and compliance items. After receiving the inspection report, the city issued an RFP for bids to perform several repairs, including those required by Eagle. No bids were received. After this, the city was able to secure the services through a negotiated contract with a contractor, Pittsburgh Tank. Pittsburgh Tank crew was on site in mid-December and completed several of the repairs, but due to both the illness affecting the contractor's employees and winter weather conditions, the repairs were unable to be completed by Eagle's required deadline of December 24th. As of February 15th, all repairs have been completed apart from installing a steel collar on the access tube hatch. Additionally, Eagle has now requested that a frost-proof vent be installed in the tower as well. The city is working with Pittsburgh Tank on a schedule to perform this work and expects the last remaining identified repair to be completed, along with the newly required frost-proof vent. The work is expected to be completed within the coming weeks. City residents will get notice of what I just read to you. That's required by Eagle. And also, Warren went on Channel 6 and taped a program explaining this, what I basically just told you. So that'll be on, I think, starting midweek. If there's any questions I could try to answer that, but Warren's the expert on this. Anybody else have any announcements? Mr. Lepore, do you have anything else?
No, Your Honor. Hearing nothing else, I make a motion to adjourn.
Support.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Thank you. Have a good night, everyone. Be careful, be safe. Thanks for coming, Ryan, Dan, Jeff.
Well,